The 2025 NFL Draft is officially over with Will Campbell, TreVeyon, Henderson, and Kyle Williams pretty much being the headline picks for New England this year. Will Campbell went number 4 overall, the pick that the Patriots needed to make. Should they have made it? Still yes. I gave Will Campbell an A. TreVeyon Henderson, I ended up giving an A. Kyle Williams, I ended up giving a B. Want to see what a ceiling could be. Jared Wilson, I also ended up giving a B-. Thought there was still a little extra talent on the board when Wilson ended up going. But then we hit day 3. Craig Woodson, I'll break him down. Joshua Farmer, Braden Swinson, Andres Borregales, Marquez Bryant, and Julian Ashby, and Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, Kobe Minor. This will make up the 2025 Patriots draft class. If you guys want my grades on day 1 and day 2, I already put out previous videos on that, but I'll give you my overall grade on the Patriots draft later this video. But I want to introduce you to day 3 of the New England Patriots draft picks. If you guys haven't hit that sub button, go on ahead and do so now. Do not miss any New England Patriots news. And I'll go on ahead and start it off with this question. Grade the Patriots 2025 NFL Draft. A, B, C, D, or F. Like I said, stick around. You're going to want to hear my grade about the Patriots 2025 selections. So overall, the Patriots did end up trading up to pick number 137 for safety Craig Woodson. This was a pretty interesting pick to make to me. I did think that New England did need to upgrade their safety room because they do have a lot of veterans in there. Kyle Duggar, Jabril Peppers, and when you have a guy like Kyle Woodson, I'm going to be honest, I don't know too much about the UCal standout, but I do know that he has some pretty good statistics when it comes to protecting the backfield. I like the 9 pass breakups, the 2 interceptions as well. And like I said in my previous video, just getting to know some reps from players like Christian Gonzalez, Alex Austin, Carlton Davis even. I know they're cornerbacks, but I'm sure the secondary all hangs out with each other. The only thing that I wasn't a huge fan of is that he's 24 years old. I think if anything, you need to get a little bit younger in the safety room, not necessarily older. But here is Tom Downey's overall scouting report on Craig Woodson. Fluid athlete who has a good feel as the play develops. Productive at the line of scrimmage and backside chaser, can sometimes bite on a quarterback's eyes. Now with that grade, I'm going to end up giving him a B-. Now, B- is passing in my eyes, but like I said, there was definitely a couple of players still left on the board I possibly would have given a gander at over a guy like 24-year-old Craig Woodson. But thankfully, the Patriots also did get another defensive player right after that when they did secure Joshua Farmer as well. Joshua Farmer is going to be the defensive tackle that the Patriots did decide to swoop in and grab here. And I'm going to give this an overall B+. I think this was a really good pick, and we knew the Patriots wanted to stuff the trenches. And what Farmer said is that I want to bring back the old New England. That got me very excited. He wants to play with guys like Milton Williams and Christian Barmore if he obviously is healthy heading into this next season. So won't go too much here to Joshua Farmer. I did just recently post a video about the kid, but I like the B+ grade here. I really like that he's got 26 pressures on a quarterback, 32 total tackles as well, and I think he'll be a really good pair with a guy that's an edge position, which I think was the number 1 position that the Patriots ultimately needed to grab here. So when you've got a guy as the number 11 defensive tackle overall per our chat sports host, Tom Downey, and you end up pairing him with another guy like Braden Swinson. That's going to be a name I'm going to have to get used to. I think that's a good 1-2 punch for the Patriots and how they ended up kind of going with this draft here. They got a defensive tackle, then they picked up the edge from LSU. I'm going to give Braden Swinson an A-. I really like the pressure that he's able to put on the quarterback. I do think he's got a high ceiling. Pretty much all the negatives I've seen about a guy like Swinson is that he just needs a little bit more experience. He just needs to transition in the NFL. I think this is a really good pickup to pair with a guy like Joshua Farmer as they continue to develop their skills later on in New England because of Terrell Williams, a new defensive coordinator that is a defensive coach specialist at the line position. That is why I think he's going to be good for a guy like Swinson and for a guy like Joshua Farmer. The 8.5 sacks, that is just music to my ears. So I'm going to give him an A-. As you guys can see here, the scouting report, good length and burst, and he knows how to use it. So once he gets a little bit more reps here in the NFL, that is why I think he is going to end up being a good steal for New England later on in his career. But I'll ask you guys this pick real quick before I get into the players I really haven't discussed just yet, and that is going to be favorite Patriots pick in 2025. Was it TreVeyon Henderson? Was it Will Campbell? Was it a guy like Joshua Farmer? Go on ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. All right, I'm going to break down the official ticketing partner here at Patriots Today by Chat Sports, and that is Game Time. If you guys want to get tickets to go watch your Patriots play, or the Celtics, Red Sox, or Bruins, Game Time is the app to use. All you guys have to do is just download the Game Time app, and you are going to get the lowest price guaranteed. You are also going to have the opportunity to save up to 60% off last-minute tickets. Whether you guys are just having too much fun in the parking lot, or maybe you guys just want to have a spontaneous night out with your significant other, or maybe with your friends. That is why I like Game Time. So go on ahead and download the Game Time app. Use promo code CHATSPORTS. This will give you guys $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms do apply. Again, download the Game Time app. Use promo code CHATSPORTS. That'll give you guys $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms apply. What time is it? Well, it is game time. Andre Borregales, I may be saying that wrong. It might take me a little while to end up pronouncing his name, but he's the #1 overall kicker per Tom Downey here at Chat Sports out of Miami. Now, what Tom Downey had to say here is that he doesn't have the strongest leg in the draft, but he's got enough length and he's got great accuracy. But I ended up giving him an A-. Allie, why the minus? I think that with the kickers, I have always thought this is a 7th round or UDFA type of position, especially when there are still veterans available like Matt Gay, who I thought had a pretty good season last year with the Indianapolis Colts. But Andres is not a bad pick, in my opinion. The Patriots seem that they got all their needed positions through rounds 1 through 6, so you might as well just start taking some kickers. I mean, shortly after this, punter started going off the board. Other kickers did as well. And I like the fact that he's only missed one extra point in his career. I mean, that just speaks volumes. So I ended up giving it an A-. I think he was probably one of the best kickers you could grab, but grabbed him a little bit early. And I do think I would have liked to at least look at free agency and probably just sign a veteran kicker. But hey, maybe the younger kid does end up working out. Marcus Bryant, the offensive tackle out of Missouri, does bring us into the 7th round, pick 220. Made a couple of trades here in the 7th round. We actually ended up trading pick number 228 with the Chiefs and picked up 2 other 7th round picks. So Marcus Bryant, here is really what I'm going to say about the offensive tackle. I do think that overall, he's got good size. He's got a good frame, which is why I do think he'll be a good plug-and-play guy. But I'm not going to go too into depth here about these 7th round picks because we just never really know where they're going to end up, whether it's going to be practice squad or whether it's going to end up being off and on the 53-man roster, or God forbid they end up being cut. But I like the Patriots. They kept with the theme, right? Draft offensive linemen. So hopefully Marcus Bryant can prove a little something to us here in the training camp. And then I saw this pick at pick number 251, a long snapper. And I'm like, uh-oh, is Bill Belichick still here? Why are we picking up so many players for the special teams? The long snapper, Julian Ashby. I actually had this quote here that I thought was kind of cool from Mike Reese, talking about how Julian Ashby was ultimately a quarterback growing up when he was playing football. And then, freshman year, he was like, all right, well, I kind of wanted to, play and get better and possibly get a scholarship and stuff. So he ended up trying out for long snapper and ended up getting really good at it. He said he fell in love with it and decided he might as well keep doing it in college, and that's what got him a scholarship to Vanderbilt. So I think it's great. He's got the mindset of a quarterback. Josh McDaniels is going to love that, but I'm always good with that. Joe Cardona, obviously a veteran captain for New England, but maybe Julian Ashby can learn the ropes here a little bit. And then pick number 257, Mr. Irrelevant, Kobe Minor, ended up being the last overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, and of course, ended the Patriots draft class. The cornerback out of Memphis. I'm totally fine with picking up another cornerback here late in the 7th round, another competition they can add to the depth chart. I still have a lot of high hope here for players like Alex Austin and Del Pettis. So I think if Kobe Minor could possibly end up being a practice squad player for us, I think that'd be a really good opportunity for him to develop over the next couple of years with guys like that. I'm pretty surprised, to be honest, by my overall draft grade. I'm giving the Patriots an A. I mean, Alper, you don't have to get on screen or anything, but do you agree with this?
I love the picks for the first day. I love getting an edge rusher.
Yeah, it's tough.
Swinson, but a long snapper. I do like a kicker. You get rid of Joey Slye.
It's the 7th round.
That's fine. I love getting a kicker. And from what I've seen from the stats and what I've seen from Miami, it's a good pick.
It's a good pick. I mean,
overall, I'm giving it an A.
I would be more pissed if they took a kicker in the 4th round when we still needed to grab like an edge rusher. They got the picks that they needed, and they finally looked back and they're like, you know what? We didn't even originally have a 6th round pick. Might as well just get the ball rolling on the special teams. Everybody does it in fantasy anyways. Everybody's always got like the last pick in the 5th round. They're like, all right, I guess we'll just take a kicker. It's fine. Brandon Aubrey, you're on my team. So I'm totally fine with it. But to give the Patriots an A after probably an A++ in free agency,
exactly.
You can't tell me with this roster, obviously the draft picks, they have to, pan out for this to be accurate. But you can't tell me with free agency and the draft picks, they don't go to the playoffs this year.
Especially with the schedule.
The schedule
is so easy.
Is just a cakewalk. I say that now. We're probably going to go 0-7 since I said that now. But the home schedule is an absolute cakewalk. The Patriots killed free agency. You come out here, you make a splash, you make smart picks. I'm a little questionable about the timing of those picks, but I like the players. Would I have possibly moved around maybe a running back and a wide receiver, flipped them in a couple of rounds?
Yes.
Maybe, but overall, like TreVeyon Henderson, like Kyle Williams, hell, I like the kicker. So overall, let me know this. Rate the Patriots 2025 draft class, scale of 1 to 10. Go on ahead and put in the comment section down below. 5 being it was all right, 1 being it was ass, 10 being, wow, it's been a while since I've seen a draft class like this. As always, be sure to hit that sub button for me on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. You do not want to miss this.